So YouTubers, a number of you have asked me whether I've tried some of the new epoxy coated cast bullets in shooting them at the range or in the field or for hunting or whatever, because there's a lot of interest in the epoxy coatings today. So at first I answered by saying, what's wrong with the way we're doing things already? We have our cast bullets and we lube them either by tumble lubing or in lubricizers, and we're not getting any leading, we're getting accuracy, we're getting easy cleaning. So what else is there? Why do we need to have something different? So I got to thinking, and that's always a dangerous thing, and that is new things we should try, because it increases our body of knowledge and we might discover some things that will really be useful. So what's wrong with trying and seeing how things are with the epoxy coatings? So I went ahead and did some research on the making of epoxy coated bullets, and I went ahead and did that. And now comes the testing, because what we want to do is test these to see if we get no leading, number one, accuracy, number two, easy cleaning, number three, and advantageous in the making of them, economy, time savings, this kind of thing. And all of that has to go into our decision making whether these are any good. So I must admit that I'm a little skeptical going into this test, because my systems work so well now. How can we improve upon something that's working so well? Than to use a load of 8.5 grains of unique, and also loaded up some 9-grain unique loads. So here are some white bullets done with the white epoxy coating, loaded in our 45 Colt. They're 200 grain cast round nose flat point bullets, and we have loaded up here about 150 rounds. And that's what they look like. So this is the baseline, no lead in the barrel. Notice there's no lead either in the cylinder throats. So there's our view through the sky screens for the chronograph. Certainly there's a different look to white bullets, or whatever color we want to do. We can use different colors of epoxy paint, but the white, that's what it looks like. So we're going to use the Caldwell pistol rest today to do our accuracy testing with these loads. Once I can see the front sight better, we'll be able to shoot a one-hole group. So apparently the epoxy coating is good for accuracy. Now YouTubers, we're shooting 9 grains of unique with the same epoxy bullets to see if they're going to do any leading. 9 grains of unique.
It's really hard to get off once you load 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna really all this shit. I really want to learn though, man. Something vital, you know what you never know when.
It's California, it's kind of hard to find a place to hunt.
Hey, California.
Wow, those 9 grain loads are pretty hot, and in fact the gun is getting pretty hot, so it's a good leading test, and we'll show you the accuracy offhand at 40 feet. Coming right up. So this is a slow fire group at 40 feet, about 1 shot every 3 seconds. And there's 10 rounds in that lower group and 1 in the just below the number 5. So that's a pretty accurate load. This is after shooting a whole bunch of rounds. And then here is a group that we shot offhand, shooting pretty fast, about 1 shot every 1.5 seconds. So that's a pretty good performance for those epoxy coated bullets. And the gun got pretty hot. So YouTubers, let's save your time. You'll notice that there is a little bit of leading there. And there certainly wasn't any leading to speak of in the cylinder throats. So that's good. So YouTubers, about 7 or 8 minutes of work and we got the lead out. So do we hold that against the epoxy coated bullets? And probably we don't have to, because that was 100 rounds. That was 9 grains of unique that made that leading. So the epoxy coatings work. A little bit of leading doesn't hurt anybody. We can get that out okay. So YouTubers, the final word on epoxy coated bullets is that they don't save us any time. They don't save us any money. In fact, the cost of the materials might be a little higher. They don't work any better in terms of accuracy. They might not work as well as our systems are ready for preventing leading. Certainly it's not a big problem there. So the only advantage is that we have different colors for bullets. We can have white or yellow or red, and that might be fun. But so far the word is that we don't gain that much. So YouTubers, I don't know about you, but until they get better, I'm going to stay with the older systems, the lubricizing and tumbling with our present waxes and lubricants and Adlocks and Johnson paste wax, this kind of thing. Bye for now.